Kit car owners are a funny breed, an industry born from a necessity to break away from mainstream manufactured cars. A desire to build something unique and functional. Scratch that itch of getting more involved than just an oil or brake pad change. Buck the trend and be different. Maybe just flex or have something a little bit closer to their dream car. Through the winter and cold months, the cars are at rest, hibernating in garages and being quietly worked on by their owners. Often resolving shortfalls discovered during the last outing or finally rolling up their sleeves and doing that big job. All the committed hours are priceless. No refund, appropriate return on anger outbursts here. It's time to prepare the car for fairer weather. For the dry roads and silky smooth racetracks. For the long summer evenings, car shows and easy Sunday mornings. Owners once again sneak into the garage. This time is different though. Simultaneously around the country, dark garages are illuminated with excitement and anticipation. The time has come. Cars are awoken, checked, cleaned and ready to see daylight. Although often worked on individually, driving cars is not always a solo sport. Sure, there is a single driver for a car, but cars like to be in packs. They like to roam valleys and winding tarmac in multiples. Engines shouting their RPM, gear changes and exhaust barbles at each other. Kit car owners are only short-term custodians of an ever-evolving machine. Each vehicle is unique, genetically different from one another by design. Chassis, colour, engine, wheels, trim and purpose. Some are stripped out lightweight lean machines of the four-wheeled world, like greyhounds of the four-legged world. Others are comfortable, obedient and long-distance tourers like huskies. And, like a man's best friend, they are loyal and jovial companions, ready to enlighten anyone's life they come into contact with. This summer, kit car owners and their trusty steeds embark from the four corners of the UK and even Europe to show their cars and support for a movement. Convoys grow as new additions join the pack, navigating their way across the country, avoiding monotonous motorways and congested towns. This weekend is special, iconic and enduring. The UK's largest kit car show has opened. The stage is set to show true garage-built individuality. Filtering down the catwalk, drivers and their steeds arrive after a morning's drive, which has no doubt claimed casualties. Passing the entrance point, they find their space for the day. Some at club stands, some at manufacturer-based stands, many wherever they want. No animosity here between clubs, makes and marques. This is the cult of kit cars. Community, culture, mutual love and respect. Admiration and interest for every car on show here this weekend. Future, current and past owners come to appreciate incredible craftsmanship. Audacious builds and nothing short of petrol headers and porn. Not all cars here are suppressed to being static ornaments this weekend. Paul Swift's stunt show entertains spectators with pinpoint car control, demonstrated by hauling a Ford Raptor up onto two wheels for over 100 metres and navigating several corners. He also demonstrates why he has the world record for parallel parking, squeezing a Ford Focus in between two cars with hardly enough room to walk between them. The crowd are now treated to a unique head-to-head, where Paul has teamed up with fellow auto solo driver Mark to show what lightweight cars in the right hands can do. Paul, with his fully fiberglass lightweight Mini, boasting a modified A-Series engine and heavy-duty drivetrain, battles Mark in his 1.6 Vauxhall-powered Westfield, grappling for traction to prove who is the fastest, not just driver versus driver, but also front-wheel versus rear-wheel drive. Paul uses handbrakes to initiate turns and then the front wheels to drag the chassis round. Mark uses less handbrake and lots of wheel spin to get the rear wheels to push the car around. The result is a very close race, keeping the crowd on their toes and drivers at 10/10 of effort to win. Let's join them on board. So who is a kit car owner and why become one? Are they themselves by design or a product of something dormant, buried deep within their DNA? They are drivers, they need to be. Most cars have no ABS, power steering or any aids to speak of. They are often ex-bikers with long-term passions fulfilling their dreams. And drivers are drivers, tuned into the spirit of driving, something that is intangible or quantifiable. The feel, noise, smell and poise are hardlined into the hypothalamus. Owners are tinkerers. They know their way around a garage and can wield a tool. They can fabricate and are constant changers, committed to the cause. They are technically minded, proudly capable of sizing tools and fixing simply by eye. Often detail-oriented people who have stories and anecdotes longer than a metric banana. A personification of their unique and individual cars. Away from the squealing tyres and back to the vast amounts of cars on show, there are a few marks and styles to take a moment to focus on. The Ford GT40 is an iconic thoroughbred race car, designed to compete in European endurance racing, particularly the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Spurred on from a failed attempt by Henry Ford to acquire Ferrari, the desire to dominate the racing scene began. The GT40 debuted in 1964 and went on to win Le Mans from 1966 to 69, including a 1-2-3 finish in 1966 with the Mark II variant. At the show were GT40 kit manufacturers, including AK and Tornado, exhibiting their options. There were also well-attended club stands with classic and modern GT40s from all eras, looking amazing and leaving no doubt as to why they are such a popular kit car design. The AC Cobra, in many ways a kit car anyway, is also out in full force at the show. Manufacturers including JK Sportscars, Hawk, XCS and Crindon replicas are offering their twist on the classic Cobra. These lightweight English cars with American muscle are iconic and a popular choice when deciding to build or own a kit car. A well-discussed fact about these is their responsibility for the introduction of UK road speed limits. After hitting 184 miles per hour on the M1 in 1964, it seems very coincidental that a year later national speed limits were introduced. The vast majority of cars at the show were Lotus 7 derived. With far too many manufacturers and body types to list, the one which is most unique in looks and boasts beneath the skin race pedigree is the Raw Striker. Originally designed by prolific car designer Jeremy Phillips and sold under the Silver brand, the Striker chassis is relatively unchanged since its championship winning days. Boasting inboard front suspension and a full 25mm box section space frame chassis which is proportionally smaller than most 7s. The Striker also looks unique with its rounded arches, large bonnet bulge and squarish nose. A good variety have navigated their way to the show. Live or independent rear axles, classic or aero bulkheads, bike or car engines, naturally aspirated or forced induction. These little 7-esque style cars are still raced in the UK 750 Motor Club and Irish Striker Series, but unfortunately are no longer manufactured as a kit. They are, however, being supported by MK Sportscars. As the day rolls on, those who have travelled from far away begin to saddle up and move on out. The show was filled with owners soaking up the variety of car designs and noting details or ideas to implement. Attendees make new friends, catch up with old acquaintances and enjoy being part of this quirky, respectful community. Those staying start to settle down for the evening, catching up, sharing stories, making memories and plotting their next big road trip. With food, a fire and friends, the evening turns into night. A great way to end a very special weekend.